2 years ago, most people had never used artificial intelligence. Today, students use it to write essays, programmers use it to build software, businesses use it to automate work that once took entire teams. Millions of people now talk to a machine every single day, but here's what's incredible. ChatGPT didn't slowly become popular. It exploded. In just 5 days, 1 million people signed up. 2 months later, 100 million, making it the fastest growing consumer application in history, faster than Instagram, faster than TikTok, even faster than Facebook. And in the process, it completely changed how people use the internet. But how did a simple chatbot become one of the most important technologies of the decade? To understand that, we need to go back to what the internet looked like before ChatGPT. For over 20 years, the internet worked almost exactly the same way. Whenever you had a question, you opened Google, you typed a few words, then you searched through pages of links. Some articles were useful, some weren't. Some answered your question. Others existed only to get clicks. The internet wasn't built around answers, it was built around websites competing for your attention. Google became the gatekeeper of information. If you wanted to learn something, Google decided what you would see first. And for decades, nobody seriously challenged that system. Then, on November 30th, 2022, OpenAI quietly released ChatGPT. There was no billion-dollar marketing campaign, no television commercials, no celebrity endorsements, just a website with a blank text box. At first, most people thought it was another chatbot. We've all used chatbots before. They were slow, they sounded robotic, and they rarely understood what you actually wanted. But ChatGPT felt different. You could ask complicated questions, have real conversations, ask follow-up questions, even tell it when it was wrong. For the first time, artificial intelligence felt human. Instead of searching for information, you simply asked, and instead of giving you 10 links, it gave you one answer. That completely changed the experience of using the internet. People immediately started sharing screenshots online. Some asked it to write poems, others asked it to create business ideas. Students used it for homework. Developers used it to write code. Writers used it to brainstorm. Every conversation felt impossible. Every screenshot became free advertising. TikTok exploded with ChatGPT videos. YouTube filled with tutorials. Twitter was flooded with examples. Everyone wanted to see what this thing could do next. The growth was unlike anything the tech industry had ever seen. 1 million users in 5 days, 10 million in less than a month, 100 million in just 2 months. No consumer app had ever grown that quickly. Not Instagram, not TikTok, not Facebook, not Netflix. The world wasn't just downloading another app. It was discovering an entirely new way to interact with computers. But the biggest shock wasn't what ChatGPT could do. It was who became nervous. Google. For over 20 years, Google had dominated how humans found information. Its business depended on people searching. The more searches people made, the more ads Google could show. But ChatGPT introduced a dangerous idea. What if people stopped searching altogether? Instead of opening 10 websites, people wanted one conversation. Reports later revealed that Google declared a code red. The company accelerated its own AI projects. Soon after, Google launched Bard. Microsoft invested billions more into OpenAI, then integrated ChatGPT directly into Bing. For the first time in years, Google finally had real competition. Not because ChatGPT was a better search engine, but because it completely changed what people expected from one. And that was only the beginning. Suddenly, every major technology company had the same priority: artificial intelligence. Microsoft, Google, Meta, Amazon, Apple, Anthropic, every company rushed to build larger models, faster models, smarter models. Billions of dollars flowed into AI research. New data centers were built. Demand for advanced computer chips exploded. NVIDIA became one of the most valuable companies in the world. The AI race had officially begun. But perhaps the biggest change happened quietly. People stopped using the internet the same way. Instead of opening Google, they opened ChatGPT. Instead of hiring freelancers, some businesses used AI. Instead of staring at a blank page, writers asked AI for ideas. Programmers finished projects faster. Students studied differently. Marketers created campaigns in minutes. Customer support changed. Translation changed. Education changed. The internet slowly stopped being just a place where people searched for information. It became a place where work itself was being done. Of course, none of this came for free. Every conversation with ChatGPT requires enormous computing power, thousands of powerful GPUs, massive data centers, huge amounts of electricity. Every answer costs money to generate. Unlike a traditional website, AI has to create a new response every single time you ask a question. That's why the AI industry is investing hundreds of billions of dollars into infrastructure. Because this isn't just a software revolution, it's an infrastructure revolution. And despite everything that's happened, we're still only at the beginning. ChatGPT didn't invent artificial intelligence, it didn't invent machine learning, and it didn't invent chatbots. What it did was make AI accessible. It transformed something that only researchers understood into something millions of ordinary people now use every single day. Before ChatGPT, artificial intelligence was a futuristic concept. After ChatGPT, it became part of everyday life. History rarely changes overnight, but sometimes one product changes how billions of people interact with technology. And once people change a habit, they almost never go back. Think about it. 20 years ago, if you wanted information, you searched for it. Today, increasingly, you simply ask. That single change may seem small, but it represents one of the biggest shifts in the history of the internet. The companies that adapt to this new reality will define the next generation of technology. The ones that don't risk becoming the next Yahoo, the next Nokia, or the next Blockbuster, because artificial intelligence isn't replacing the internet. It's becoming the new way we use it. And if the last 2 years have taught us anything, it's that we're witnessing the beginning of a transformation that will shape the next decade. The internet has already changed. The only question now is what artificial intelligence will change next.